In this video series, we are building a 10-bucket recirculating deep water culture system with the goal of growing hot peppers in USDA Grow Zone 6B. I have the plans for this entire build that I drafted up on AutoCAD available for you to download for free. Just click on the link below and you'll find out how to download the PDF file. It includes drawings, dimensions, and a bill of material for this entire build. Please like and subscribe as I turn this indoor area into a food forest for my family. In the first episode of this series, we are building the stand for the 10-bucket RDWC system. In my plans, I have a detailed cut list on how many pieces you need for each part of the build. I set up the miter saw stand saw stops on the rigid MSUV for each dimension and start cutting. Once it is all set up, it doesn't take long to have all the lumber cut to size. I labeled all the parts with part numbers in my plans and set them aside for the construction phase. The last piece here is used for a guide assembly. I'll show you what to do with that later in the video. First, we're going to make the tabletop. To assemble the tabletop, I use the Craig jig tool. There's a link down below if you're interested in this, but the tool allows you to make pocket holes in the side of your lumber for the ease of construction. Using this is simple. You set your drill depth with the lock collar and guide on the jig. Then you set the depth gauge on the jig based on the width of the wood, clamp the jig on the board, and start drilling. Now that I have all the holes drilled for my first board, I use a speed squarer to ensure the first two boards are squared up and I start assembly. I'm using 2.5-inch Craig screws for assembly. I have a link down below if you want to use these. Repeat this step for the remaining boards until the tabletop is completed. Looking back, next time I do this, I will put a bead of glue between each board of the tabletop and clamp them together. I would recommend letting this dry for 24 hours. Now that the tabletop is built, it's time to build the legs and supports. The four corner legs are 2x4s that are joined to form a 90-degree angle. I drill 3 pocket screws in one side of one piece, it doesn't really matter which one, and 2 holes on the bottom of each piece. I form the 90-degree table leg using the 2.5-inch Craig pocket screws. To attach to the tabletop, again, I use 2.5-inch Craig screws. For all the support pieces, I drill 2 holes in each end of every single part. Using the guide that I built at the beginning, I set it on the tabletop and affix each part, working my way around until it is finished. And that's it. In the next video, we'll be laying out the plumbing system and installing all the pipe. I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next episode.